Today I'm going to teach you how to make my mother's recipe for chicken stew, which I think is really great. All right, I buy a whole chicken when I make chicken stew. So I'm opening up the chicken, getting it out of the bag. It's got a bag inside it with some of the liver and gizzards and all that. I don't use any of that, so I discard it. Then I take the chicken and I put it with the breast down into the pot. And I use a pot that's got a strainer in it so that the chicken won't be all the way down on the bottom of the pot so it won't burn. Now I take my chicken stock, open it up, and pour it into the chicken. And I cook it in chicken stock rather than water because it gives it a better flavor. So I've got 3 of these. I just about completely cover the chicken. All right, that'll do it. Now I put it on the eye. And at first I turn it on high until it starts to boil. Put the lid on it, keep the temperature there, and then it's going to take about an hour for it to be ready. All right. While the chicken is cooking, I cut up some carrots and just have them ready to go in the pot whenever the chicken is done. So I just cut these little carrots into thirds and have them ready to go in the pot. Also, while the chicken's cooking, I peel about 3 pounds of white potatoes. Then I'll cut them up into cubes to go into the stew. Actually, I wound up peeling all 5 pounds of the potatoes in the bag. Now I'm going to cut them into cubes to put in the stew. I slice the potatoes up, cut them into strips, then into cubes, about so big. All right, now the chicken is fully cooked. I've taken it off the stove and brought it over here to the sink. And I'm going to dump it into a colander and let it cool. Now, I'm going to take the chicken stock that remains in the pot. I'm going to bring it over here to the stove, pour it into another pot through a strainer to get all the little fat particles out of it. Then I'm going to wash this pot and the metal colander and get ready to cook some vegetables. Now I'm breaking off pieces of the chicken that was in the pot, bringing them over here, deboning it, putting it on this cutting board and cutting it into small pieces. And I'll do this until I finish the whole chicken. All right, now I'll cook the carrots and potatoes and the chicken broth, chicken stock. And I'm about to transfer it into a bigger pot because the smaller pot won't hold everything once I get all the ingredients in. Now I'm going to add the chicken that I have deboned and cut up. And then I'm going to add these ingredients that are sitting over here. I'm going to open the cans and add all that. The crushed red pepper, I'll just put a layer of crushed red pepper around the top, just enough to season it, and then it'll be ready to eat. "29 ounces of sweet corn here I'm adding after I've drained the can. Now I've got a 38-ounce can of Hormel Chili. with beans. Now I've got a 15-ounce can of Hormel Chili without beans. See if these potatoes are done. Yep. Now I've got two 15-ounce cans of sweet peas. And I add those after I've drained the liquid off of them. Stir it all up really good. Turn the heat down on low. Let it simmer for a while. Let all these vegetables get some of that broth worked in. Pretty soon it'll be ready to eat.